Hi everyone, I'm Anna and this is my YouTube channel about computer graphics. And today I want to speak about the importance of having hard surface modeling skills for 3D character artists. But before we start, remember to subscribe to the channel and share this video on your social networks. I also have a Patreon where you can find a full-length raw footage video of making of my latest project Cyberpunk Go. And now let's start. From time to time I receive questions about hard surface skills for 3D character artists. Is it necessary to master hard surface modeling if you want to be a character artist? And how deep do you need to master it if you know that the 3D character artist works mostly with organic shapes? And the short answer is of course yes. For a 3D character artist, it is crucially important to know hard surface modeling skills. Despite the fact that yes, we mostly work with organic shapes, but let's imagine that your character is wearing armor. In this case, you need to model this armor, and it is much easier to do it in Maya to model it. And then, of course, you need to add supportive loops, and you need to know how to add these supportive loops to make your armor looking nice. You may also say that all the armor can be done with trim and edge polish brushes in that brush. And that's true, but in the situation when your team leader comes to you and asks you to make changes to your armor, changes to proportion, shapes, and just to change some small elements on your armor, then it is easier to do when you have less polygons, when you don't have Dynamesh, when you don't have all these Z-meshed parts, when your topology is good. And to make this topology, you need to know hard surface skills, and you need to go to Maya or to Blender, whatever, to make this armor with polygons, and that will ease your way, ease your pipeline when you're making this armor or weapon or whatever. Same as with weapons. If your character wears weapons and you see this weapon on the concept art, that means that it is work for a character artist. Yes, we also do weapons and everything what we have on the concept connecting with our character. If our character has a chest, then we will make a chest. And all these hard things which are not organic is easier to do in Maya, Blender, and other softwares. But the main thing, you can also do it in ZBrush with that modeler brush, but the main point that you need to try to do it with hard polished trim brushes and try to do with polygons, and you will understand that it is easier to do and quicker to do it with polygons. Another point to learn hard surface modeling. Even speaking about retopology is also a kind of hard surface modeling, and you need to know how to do it. As a standard of industry, we make retopology in Maya because Maya tools, they are much better, they are more convenient than topology tools, let's say in that brush. Of course, you can do retopology wherever you want, but anyway, this is like part of your hard surface skills. And again, you need to know how to do it. Another point to hard surface modeling is that we gather our final character, final low poly character, we gather it in Maya. And after all the retopology, after everything done, sometimes we need to mirror something, to make some extrudes, to fix something, to move the polygons, to add, I don't know, bevels and so on. And this again requires to know hard surface modeling skills. Some old school characters, same as simple characters, they are done straight in Maya, they are done with polygon modeling. In this case, your pipeline becomes shorter and less time consuming. The pipeline is going to be as following. You jump straight to Maya and you model a character there. And after that, you jump straight to texturing. You don't go to that brush at all. You don't need to retopologize. You have only two stages. This is modeling and texturing, and that's it. And there are a lot of characters in the games which are done only by this pipeline, avoiding ZBrush sculpting. We should remember about this because we don't know which company once we will work for, and maybe it will be a company which is making characters exactly this way without ZBrush, because they're making just simple characters and they don't need to spend time in ZBrush to make such characters. There are also studios in the world who base their pipeline on making characters, but according to your hard surface skills, on modeling the clothes, for example. Very common situation is when you need to make a skin for the character, and this new skin is not very complicated. You need just to change the clothes and to add some belts or ribbons or bags to your character, and in this case you receive the original character. There you will have the body of the character which you are not going to modify. You just delete old clothes and you need to create on the base of this character new clothes. In this case, also you may have the situation when you will need to do it only with Maya, not with ZBrush. Sometimes, yes, of course, sometimes you can use ZBrush, but I'm pretty sure that about 50% of your pipeline will be based on Maya. You will make a lot of things in Maya, and this is again hard surface modeling skills. Another example is making hair with planes. Yes, you can use fiber shop, you can convert XGen curves into planes and use any other variants, but in this case I'm pretty sure you will have the situation where you will need to add, delete, duplicate, modify some of the planes purely manually. Not with like generators or so on. You will need to do it manually, and you will do it where? Again, you will do it in Maya. This video looks like Maya advertising campaign, but it is not. Another point for learning hard surface modeling, if you're a 3D character artist, is that not all the characters are organic. We know a lot of non-organic characters, such as Optimus Prime, Reinhardt, Bastion from the Overwatch, and let's remember all the games and videos where we have robots, and they are also characters, and this is the work for a character artist, and I can't imagine how I can make all these characters purely with sculpting. Of course we can do it, and I think somewhere on YouTube I saw such videos where people spend time on sculpting these hard surface characters, but at work you have deadlines and you need to select the easiest pipeline, and the easiest pipeline of course is to make such characters with hard surface modeling, not with sculpting. In the end of this video, I want to tell you two stories about hard surface modeling from my personal experience. And the first one happened long ago when I started learning 3D. After several months of my learning 3D, I decided to take a course on character modeling at our local CG school. By that time, I knew a lot about ZBrush tools and absolutely nothing about Maya. I knew only how to launch Maya, and this is it. And I thought that my knowledge of ZBrush would be enough for me to make a character, the full pipeline of the character, and that I will succeed in this course. At that character modeling course, we needed to do 3 characters. A penguin, which is simple, airplane, and cybergirl. Don't ask me why airplane. That was 10 years ago, and I really don't remember why at a character modeling course we had an airplane. That time I was pretty naive, thinking that the amount of my sculpting skills only in that brush would be enough for me to succeed at this course and to make all 3 characters. When the course started, the first character was Penguin, and that was pretty simple for me to do. And here you can see the render of this character, and I can see that I was very proud of this work. It was done purely in that brush. The second task was to make a plane, and of course I started making a plane in that brush, and I didn't go further than the blockout stage. I didn't even manage to make a decent high poly because the lack of hard surface modeling skills in Maya was drastic. I really needed the skills, and I just didn't go further than making the rough blockout, and this is it. And I just proceeded to the next character, and that was Cyber Girl, and I hoped that I will manage to do her without knowledge and without hard surface modeling skills. And I need to admit that in 2014 the brush didn't have the modeler brush. Right now, yes, we have it, but in 2014 we didn't even know that once it will be invented there. The third character was Cyber Girl, and again I didn't go further than making a very messy and rough high poly. And I was so much frustrated at that time because I wasn't able to complete the course, not because I am lazy or because I just don't want, but because I didn't know hard surface modeling skills. And I was pretty sure that I don't need the skills if I want to be a character artist, and I was totally wrong. After this course, I took another course in already hard surface modeling in Maya, and thanks God that was the best decision which I did after failing the character modeling course. And the second story, when I understood the importance of having hard surface modeling skills, happened to me when I received my first serious job. That was a company where I worked for Heroes of the Storm, Darksiders Genesis, Ruin King, Riot Games merchandise, and others. Before, I had never managed to polish well enough my meshes, and all of them look quite messy and not neat. And my team leader told me that even if I am making a high poly mesh, I need to make a retopology for every single mesh in my scene. In this case, I will manage to get a clean and workable wireframe, and I will manage to add good supportive loops, creases, and that will help me because it is always easier to work with a clean wireframe, not after Dynamesh, and the less polygons you have, the easier for you to modify anything without making a mess on your character. And from that time I realized, and I still doing the same, I am still making retopology for all my high poly meshes. That's why all my high poly meshes, they look pretty neat, and I don't have extra artifacts on them which I need to polish. And to finish it up, I want to say one more time that hard surface modeling skills are important for you if you are going to be, or if you already are, a 3D character artist. It is not a bonus skill, it is one of your main skills, same as sculpting and others. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you like this video. Remember to subscribe to this channel and share your thoughts in the comments. Also check the description to this video, and there you will find the links to my ArtStation, my Patreon, and my social networks. Also right now I'm taking part in the ArtStation challenge, so wish me good luck, and I hope I will manage to finish the character in time. And see you soon in the next video, and may the inspiration be with you.